How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another YouTube video. And in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down how I managed to catch a 200 tick move on Nasdaq this week. Okay, I took around $700 in total on this trade. And recently I've been trading Nasdaq alongside gold. You know, when gold's chopping and a little bit rangy, I'll see if there's anything clean setting up on Nas, because it does trade very well to the concepts and the strategy that I trade, okay? So yeah, let's jump onto the chart now and I'll show you exactly how I managed to catch this move. So if we get straight into it now, I actually took this trade on Wednesday of this week, and what I was seeing on the higher time frame is that price had come into this level here 3 or 4 times prior and reacted away from it. Look, every time we came into this level, big push away, big push away. And what I was thinking is that, could price use this as like a head and shoulders? Look, shoulder, head, and shoulder. Come into it, show some bullish price action, and then we can start looking for them higher pushes into all these highs above market, okay? So that's what I was seeing on the higher time frame. We were coming into a big level of prior support. I was seeing if we could use that level of support again and get that reaction away into all that liquidity above. And another thing that price had done, it had liquidated these lows down here, which was actually a lot cleaner on the 1 hourly. Look, we came down, liquidated these lows. All I wanted to see now was some bullish candles or some bullish price action to confirm that price is ready to push higher. And if we play this forward now, a couple of candles, look what price starts to do. Price starts to create a clean range for us to start trading. And every time before I enter a market, I will always wait for a range. I'll wait for a level to buy above, and I'll wait for a level to sell below, okay? Because this gives me confirmation that the volume's there and that we're going to push in that direction after the closure, okay? So with Nasdaq right here, I was seeing that we was in this range, okay? I was looking for buys if we close back above this level at 21,272 and sells below here at 21,176, okay? You can see every time that price came into either one of these levels, we had big reactions away. Just on this recent price action, you can see, look, support, resistance, okay? Look at the recent price action here, acting as support, acting as resistance, okay? So I didn't want to start trading within this range, because trading within the range can lead to getting chopped about, and it can lead to taking silly trades inside of a potential chop, okay? So I waited now for Nasdaq to break out to the upside to then start looking for longs into my targets. And the targets that I had on Nas were all these highs here, okay? I'm going to get a box and just show you all the highs that we had to come and target on Nas. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 highs that hadn't been liquidated. And I understood if we got above this level at 21,272, we had a good chance of pushing into all this liquidity here and then runners into these highs up here as final targets for me, okay? So I was waiting for Nas to break out, and I wasn't doing anything until it did so. So if we play this forward another hourly candle, look, price is still ranging. It's still reacting from this level. Anybody who went long too early after seeing these bullish candles and getting giddy to enter the market and getting too itchy to enter the market, well, guess what? They're in drawdown straight away, look, okay? They are in drawdown because they can't wait for price to confirm outside the range. And that's what I do. I always wait for closes above or below, because that really does confirm the volume's there and you've got a higher chance of pushing straight into profit. Okay, so let's play this forward another candle. Look at this. Bang. Beautiful hourly closure above the range. So we've had that strong closure. We've also taken hourly liquidity down here. Okay, so we've had that hourly liquidity grab. We've had that strong closure above on the hourly, but this also lines up well because look at the 4 hourly. Look at how similar the 4 hour and the hourly is closed. The 4 hour has took the prior 4 hour low, okay, taken the liquidity of the prior 4 hour low and closed above that structure that I wanted to get above to start looking for longs, okay? But look what the hourly's done too. The hourly has taken hourly liquidity, okay, and closed above that level that I wanted to get above. So not only are the hourly and the 4 hourly aligning, they both closed above my buy level, okay? So this was very strong confirmation that we're going to get that continuation higher into my targets. And how I entered this market was I waited for this next hourly candle to initially push down a little bit. And when it pushed from bearish to bullish like so and left me that wick, I executed the market as it flipped bullish. I had a buy on the next hourly candle, looking for this to continue higher into these highs. I had my stop around that level, and I was looking for price to continue higher, and look at that. The first hourly candle has a very nice push here on NAS, around 80 ticks in total, which is very clean. And after this hourly candle closed, I pushed stops to break even. I took a little bit of partials and I let the rest run into the final TP, because look what price is doing. Price is starting to take out some of these highs. This is my first management point on NAS here, because what can happen when price takes highs and lows in the market? Price can take the high or take the low, and it can reverse to the downside. So my first management point is where price is likely to reverse. I'm not taking partials at any random point because I feel like it, because my P&L says $300, $400. No, I'm taking partials where it makes sense on the market. I trade the market, okay? So as soon as price came into these highs where it could potentially start looking for a reversal, I reduced risk to break even. I took some partials and I let the rest run just a little bit below these highs. That's where I had my final TP. Okay, and if we just play this forward a couple more candles, you can see that TP got smashed. Okay, these highs on my broker actually got taken, which was good, but I had my TP a little bit below these highs anyway. So that's where I took TP, took partials at these highs. And as soon as this next hourly candle here, okay, as soon as this next hourly candle closed bullish, I trailed my stop loss to this low, okay? So all I'm doing is taking partials along the way and pushing my stop loss up higher. So if it does reverse, I'm taking more profits out of the market than getting break even, for example, okay? But in this case, that didn't happen. It went and smashed my final TP, which is very, very good. And yeah, look at that. From entry to TP, this was about a 200 tick move. So yeah, very nice stuff here. Very, very clean entry. Again, all I'm doing is I'm not trading this range here. I'm not trading this choppy range. This is where many people get caught out when they're trading gold and Nasdaq, okay? They'll enter 10, 15 trades in the range and they'll get chopped about. That's not what I do. I wait for the clean closes above or below my range and I trade with that volume into my targets, okay? And look, anybody taking 10, 15 trades in here, blowing their account, not waiting for the clean closures, they've missed this great move because they couldn't sit on their hands in this chop, okay? So yeah, that's the trade that I took on Nasdaq this week, and that's how I profited around $700 in total across 2 accounts. If you do want to learn my full strategy and join the Discord community mentorship, I'll leave a link in the description, okay? But I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.